In this video, we are going to learn about getting and setting attributes. So when we use PDO, right, to connect our PHP program to any database, we use many getting and setting attributes. So let's talk about why do we use them and how to use them in our program. Quite a few attributes are available for tweaking PDO's behavior. So if you want to make some changes in PDO's behavior, the way it works and everything, you can make use of few attributes that are available. Because the number of attributes is fairly large, in addition to the face that several database derives offer their own custom attributes, it makes sense to point you to www.php.net/pdo for the latest information rather than exhaustively list all available attributes here. Means what it says is there are actually large number of attributes that are available, and as we all know that PDO works with 12 different databases, and all the databases means all the DBMS have their own custom attributes. So it becomes next to impossible for us to remember all these attributes. So instead of remembering them, you can go to this URL. Okay, so here you can find all the attributes and their description. Means why are they used? Okay, it up. So instead of mugging it up, you can just go to this website and just see the attribute and its description. That would be a better choice. The next section will cover the methods available for both setting and retrieving values of these attributes. Now there are actually two methods. If I want to set the values of these variables, I have a method called set attribute. And if I want to retrieve values of these attributes, I have a method called get attribute. So from the name itself, we can figure out. Let's see. First, we will talk about how to retrieve the values of the attributes. The get attribute method retrieves the value of the attribute specified by the attribute. Okay, so whatever value that attribute has, we will just retrieve it through this method. The example is, I have given an example. $DB is equal to new PDO, and basically here I'm just making the connection with my database or with the MySQL server, and now I'm just saying echo, and I'm calling this method get attribute $DB, and this is how we call methods in PHP using this denotation. And in the bracket I have written PDO double colon and the name of the attribute. So this is one of the attributes which will just give you the connection status. So here I have just used the get attribute method, so we will get the value that it is holding. So in this case, if I run this program, I will get to see localhost via TCP IP. Means firstly, I'm making the connection, and then I'm just seeing the value what this attribute is holding. Okay. Next, we have setting attributes. Now, set attribute method assigns the value. Get attribute method retrieves and this assigns the value specified by value to the attribute specified by the attribute. The example is, this is one of the attributes. What it does is, it forces column names to lowercase. Means even if I try to enter the column names in uppercase, it will convert them into lowercase automatically. Okay, so if I want to implement this, I can basically set this attribute, and then it will work. Then we have PDO error mode underscore silent. This is another attribute. What it does, it just set the error codes. Okay, it will just set the error codes. Means every error has a code. Okay, and through this code, we can figure out what the error is. Okay, so Likewise, we have tons of more attributes, so it is not possible for me to cover each and every attribute. So that's why I just gave you all the link. Okay, here you can find all the attributes and their description. So I will just show you how this works. Okay, so let's go to our IDE. Okay, and here we'll just implement get attribute functionality. So I will just say PHP, and here I will just say dollar connection. First, let's make the connection to the server. We know how to make new PDO, and here I will just say MySQL colon host is equal to localhost semicolon DB name is equal to test comma username we know it is root and password we know it is blank. And here I will just say dollar connection, and I will call the get attribute method, and I'll just say PDO double colon attribute connection status. Okay, just echo it out. I will just echo it out. Okay, so let's see what output it gives. I'll just go to my browser and run it. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to the path localhost. This. Okay, so it gives us localhost via TCP IP. Means it is connected to the localhost. That's what it is saying. So in this way, you can get the values of the attributes, and even you can set the values of this attributes. It will return two values, either true or false. Okay, so this is how get and set attribute works. And in the next video, we are going to cover executing queries, means how to execute different queries in PDO. Okay.